Grown Man Record Night. Brought to you by Clean, Crisp Taste of Budweiser. It's broadcast before a live studio audience.
Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. This is the place you want to be. It's the place your girl wants to be on a Friday night.
This is where we are.
Live in the studio. Steve Feed. We're getting ready to do the holidays are coming up, folks. I hope everybody out there has a happy holiday. A Tunica.
The holidays are where I shine.
Yeah, the Tunicas or whatever your deal is, man. If you're into.
Yeah, usually around holidays, I've just got too much going on, but this year not so much. I feel pretty good about that.
Somebody asked me what I do for the holidays, and I said I do what I do every year for the holidays, and that's cry a lot and eat cereal over the sink.
Okay.
That's kind of my holiday tradition, or it has been for quite a long time.
Buddy holiday?
No, that's a different time. But speaking of the holidays, I do want to mention that this is a special occasion this year that Christmas is going to fall on a Friday night.
Because
Friday.
Because of this show.
I've been drinking a lot of tea today.
This show.
Iced tea.
They moved it.
Yeah. So this year, Christmas is going to fall on Friday. And you're like, oh, you're probably going to be doing stuff. You're not going to be doing a show. Bullshit. What we're going to do is a Grown Man Record Night, Christmas night special that we're going to have a good time with. Because you do big things on Christmas, but by the nighttime, we're never really doing a whole lot of shit around here. So we're going to come over and do a show just
we're
like
gonna,
we always do.
We're going to help you get that.
Loose.
We're going to help you get that second win that you need on Christmas night.
I'm gonna personally pull the ham right out of your butthole, and we'll start all over from the beginning.
So.
Vacant butthole, because all the ham's been pulled out.
Break wind early, and then we'll
Vacant
help you.
Butthole.
We'll
Vacant
help you
butthole.
have second wind.
Yeah. So plan on it, folks.
Break second wind with us, Christmas night.
And also, I got something to mention. I like to do a little tease from time to time. We got a cool soda coming up for Soda Speak. It's something that is it a company we've done before?
Yes.
We've done this company before.
Yeah.
But this is a different flavor that we've not done.
Have we not?
Probably not.
We've not logged these.
Oh, we logged.
We have sweet tea to help us on the chips.
Well, and on Chip Chat tonight, we got Jay's recommended a chip that we jump into this evening, so we're going to do that. But I wanted to deep tease next week, I believe, because I'm getting ready to go on vacation for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do this tonight, but I just didn't really have the time. Next week, hopefully, I'll have the time. And for Chip Chat, I'm going to have a recipe for you folks for some potato chip coated chicken breast that we're going to cook with a
So
crispy.
you're using the chips on the chicken,
as a breading.
not the chicken on the chips.
Correct. So we're going to try that out next week, hopefully,
Okay.
for a nice little recipe serving suggestion.
What would be like, just in further thought, like how Mom would take meatloaf and put cornflakes in it to make it expand. And
Right.
What about chips?
There you go.
I hated that.
Well,
Curb says he hated that.
Cornflakes are the worst.
but I think potato chips on anything you would use cornflakes as a crust or whatever on. Potato chips will be
Or even
way
better, like corn chips.
Ritz crackers as well.
Why not corn chips?
One night, me and Cameron were over here real late night, and we turned on our fryer and got it real hot, and then we were like, all right, now what are we going to do? And we ended up taking some Vienna sausages and breaded them in House Autry seafood breader and deep fried them, and they were good. Of course, we were real drunk, so that was probably had something to do with it, but it was still a good time.
Breaded
So I
Vienna
was open for
sausage.
dip recipes. We may have it is a holiday, so we're gonna have we'll have some dip
How
recipes.
about the infamous sausage
Man,
chicken dip tomorrow night.
Well, if you could give your mom's cheese ball recipe.
The cheese ball recipe, which we've put out there
That's
before.
killer.
And if you want that for sure, this
There's no reason why we
Richard Petty.
couldn't. No reason why we shouldn't visit that again.
And I tell you what, something. Speaking of cameraman, he'll be coming here to town one night for Grown Man Record Night a long time ago when he lived here. He did in the crock. I came home from work, and in the crock pot, he had a cheeseburger dip going. You remember that?
Yep.
It was a cheeseburger dip in the crock pot. We need to do that again on the program and maybe give a little recipe on that because that was bonanza.
We'll get him in here.
He'll be here
Okay.
some point. My mouth was watering. Either that made me really hungry or I'm probably about to throw up. Either way, it ain't a big deal.
What else has been going on? Hey,
Well-
Curb, what's going on with you?
How was that? Did you have any response from the Kickstarter thing when we did the
Yeah,
promo
yeah,
for
yeah,
you
yeah.
last week?
No, it's all been on negative so far. Thanks.
It's on negative? You
Thank-
actually owe them money?
No, it's just going. It's a negative experience. Thanks for asking.
Okay. Well, great. You guys go give some money.
Honestly, I've been a part of a Kickstarter. They were looking for $800,000, but it failed. And you feel like you
I'd rather. No, I told Mr. Bananas last week. I'd rather reach my goal or have nothing. I don't want to be in the middle somewhere. I don't want to be short. I'd rather have nothing.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like less of a loser.
but you got
Like if you
experience.
lose it by $1, like how you gonna explain that to your friends?
Let me tell you a little. I hit a little milestone this evening. Speaking of losing, I hit a milestone this evening. I went up to the store and bought a 12-pack of beer, and went over to the liquor store and got a pint of vodka. So I got a 12-pack of beer. Damn it, 12-pack of beer and a pint of vodka for a grand total of $11. I spent $11. And got a 12-pack of Old Milwaukee
you got new cans.
and a pint of Pop-Off.
Nice.
I think that's a good deal. Boy, I wish I had another beer. Oh, wait. There's another Old Milwaukee sitting down there.
Magic.
That's what you call TV magic.
Okay.
So what's been going on in the music world, Steve?
Well, I heard that Neil Peart had retired.
That's what I had read as well. And it's been going around that's a big deal. And apparently it was kind of a weird situation. I read one other article shortly before we came on the air this evening where it was actually...
Is this late breaking?
It is pretty late breaking. He never really actually came out and said that. He kind of said that in an article. Said he'd retired from touring, kind of was what it would said. He said he was no longer willing to tour for like months on end, like they've done in the past.
Sure.
Yeah. Which,
Who wants to do that?
it's something his daughter had said. But I don't think it's as... Everybody thought that was the end of Rush. And I don't necessarily think that is the case. Necessarily. Maybe it is. But I think he was a little misquoted. The quote was kind of pulled out of context. I think his daughter had said something about, oh, my daddy's a retired drummer. And then people kind of ran with the fact that he was retiring. And he's kind of retiring for big ball touring and, running yourself to death, which even in the last, how many tours has Rush went on?
So there will be no more, like, farewell tours? That was probably it.
Probably not. I mean, I would guess they would probably still do another tour, but that's just me. I don't know. Don't make it too loud, Jay. It's too loud.
No, it's the same as
Okay. All right.
Check the audio.
Jay's
That's good.
Have we monitored it?
Minus 10 dB.
okay. Minus 10 dB. Jay saying.
That's engineer speak for you.
But anyhow,
dB.
I think it was. Maybe we'll still see a little Rush here and there, but
I can
maybe
see Neil Peart, whatever you say his name. I can see
say
him.
it.
I can
wanna
see
hear you say it, Jay.
Peart.
Thank you.
I could see him being a session drummer until he's like 90, though.
Yeah.
Helping out bands. I mean,
Sessions presents.
Neil Peart.
it's Peart, Steve.
It's got to be Pert.
It's Peart.
Fucking Canadians. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say. Let's go on to what we played. We played some.
I'm sure other things happened in music. I wasn't paying attention.
No.
Redding died this day, yesterday.
Otis Redding died this day yesterday. Jay says.
I didn't realize he was only 26 years old when he died. I thought he was older than that.
I was only 26 when I died.
For the first time.
There's a mole cricket crawling across the floor right there.
Mash on it, Jay. No, don't get over
See
there.
it?
You'll hit the camera. Don't hit the camera.
Right between the legs. Right between the legs.
Don't step on that cricket, Jay. You'll...
I see your mole cricket right between the legs.
Oh. What are you going to do? Go have some more moles put on? Yeah, I don't know.
Mitchum.
Yeah, I wonder what if they've made a Mitchum mole remover. So it looks like a deodorant thing, but it's got some actual blades, kind of like a...
Well, what it is you put the
Swipe
Mitchum
them off.
on, and then the skin tag that grows out of the Mitchum covers the mole and erases it, just buries it.
mole eraser.
Mole removed the last couple of years.
Jay, you had a... Nobody hears what you're saying.
It's not a pleasant experience.
Having a mole removed? Did you have
They
it
gotta give you-
freeze?
You ever cut off a
they
skin
gotta
tag
give
with your own
They gotta
blade?
give you a shot of
Sodium
something to numb you
pentothal.
up.
Sodium pentothal.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Do
seen
they
that?
freeze it? Do they freeze it?
No, he used a razor blade and just took it right off, like a.
You ever had a skin tag?
like you're actually shaving your face.
You ever had a
It's-
skin tag removed?
No, I don't have any of those.
Some people say just pinch them off yourself.
My dad
I
got
can't do
my
that.
dad got it like 20 frozen a couple weeks ago.
20 skin tags frozen.
Yeah, it was like a 2-minute process.
What'd
or
they
something
taste like?
that. They look like boogers.
You ate them.
He didn't save them.
You ate your
Yeah,
I
dad's.
tell you, I
Save 'em?
saved my tooth and they pulled it a few weeks ago. By the way, I need to bring that, put it on a necklace.
Do
They
it.
love to give people their own
It's
teeth.
the nastiest looking thing of it. It almost makes me throw up, Steve, to see this tooth.
Oh, I love throwing up. Let's talk about what we played.
I told you about when they pulled it,
What
like
we
all this
doing here,
stuff
Jay?
that came up like days later.
Oh, the meat?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the meat of a trainman. Hey, I pulled out a record to start things off this evening, a little weird record, and it's a local record.
A
from
little
here
weird local record.
here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
We're not in Greensboro, by the way.
Free not right here. It's early 80s free jazz that came out of Greensboro on this label, Parachute Records, it says. John Zorn actually released some stuff on this label. It's actually really expensive.
But not
is-
this.
Not this one. Well, this, Jay.
I don't know.
Legendary saxophonist and jazzman.
relation to Jim Zorn, former Redskins coach?
But yeah, this is
Secret
Paul's.
Chiefs.
This is called Paul's. P-A-W-S.
I thought it was balls.
Paul's.
It's not balls?
No, it's Paul's.
That's
Oh, Paul. Paul. Like, not ball. Not balls like your balls.
Sort of Secret Chiefs, but yeah. Yeah. No, not balls. Paul.
Oh.
Paul.
I think it was balls.
Like my middle name. Paul.
It's not balls.
Paul's.
Balls?
Paul's.
Pause.
P-A-W. You're using a single U. You're double U's.
Let's try the W. Pause.
Paul.
I was using a B instead of a P.
Oh, I see. Say it to her.
Balls.
That's 30 minutes. Listeners will never get back there.
Jay did not care for this record.
Oh, you don't like Grace Jones?
Grace Jones, slave to the what is it? Slave to the
Slaves of the
rhythm.
Rhythm. Produced by Trevor Horn. I wasn't here for this, but I'm just checking it out right now. What's on here? Contents.
It's a white label promo, I can tell you that. And I've not pulled this one out. I've got.
I don't have that one. I do have some Grace Jones.
I like it. I like the
I like Grace Jones.
weirdness.
Brian Bosworth.
Yes, her sister, Brian Bosworth's sister.
Her sister Christian.
Seriously?
Was she married to Brian Bosworth?
No, she's French.
No, she's French. Admiral, answer.
Who from France would marry Brian Bosworth?
No, the German chick was married to Brian Bosworth.
An Ula loser. That's who.
Short hair.
You think it's Stallone?
I'm thinking of Bridget Nielsen.
Get on the mic, Jay, if you're going to say something.
Oh no. Okay.
I gotta look this up.
Okay.
You're thinking of,
Rush. I pulled out Rush because we were talking about Neil Peart earlier.
Caress of Steel.
Caress of Steel. I've not pulled this one out in a
Very
while.
proggy.
It is very proggy.
Yeah, I like that album.
I'll be honest, I don't remember having this record.
I didn't know you had it.
Very good.
I was going to bring that, and I thought, No, I'll go more mainstream. I brought 2112.
I was going to put on
but
2112.
Since you played that, I was like, I'm not playing another Rush album.
I was going to put on 2112, and then I was,
I wanna hear,
as I was looking for it, I'm like, wait, when did I get this?
Bangkok.
And, well, I mean, great record, like we need to say it, but it's
Yes.
terrific shit, man.
Terrific shit.
I fit that. I thought that was appropriate for the retirement / not retirement.
We missed a shot. Let's do a shot for Neil Peart.
P-E-A.
And although you brought that really nice bottle of Pop-Off, I'd rather drink this Cuervo 1800.
Okay, I can drink that too. I'm not ashamed
I
of
think
any
we can
of it.
probably top it off and kill this.
Somebody said Jay had crotch crickets once.
I picked this bottle up in Atlanta, by the way. I also got a bottle of Popcorn Suttons, which I'll bring.
Oh, okay.
I might bring down Christmas.
Oh, Christmas.
Everybody knows Popcorn Sutton.
Legendary moonshiner
Pretty damn
around
good white whiskey.
here. Okay. Tell us a story, Jay. Get on the mic.
No, I'm not trying to be funny about saying this, which is really not
No,
funny. Did
this is
Grace
not a-
Jones date Lawrence Taylor?
Maybe.
It's possible.
That's possible. That is possible. She probably liked the athletic type. She was crazy.
Athletic women.
Warm Leatherette's my favorite Grace Jones album, by the way.
What I like about her the most is her dick. It's what I'm the most.
I'll drink to that.
Grace Jones's dick.
She ain't running until her pussy falls off.
You don't need to get on the mic for that, Jay.
No, I'm not. We're just talking about how come women never say that.
That's a good lime. Are these limes from Mexico? You know if these are California limes or Mexican limes?
They're from Lowe's Foods.
Even better.
That's a good lime.
It's a good lime.
I like the white stuff.
It's a fresher lime than we normally have here on the show. I will need a napkin.
Because I go to a ghetto grocery store. That's why.
I'll just use my shirt. There's a little,
Oh no,
yeah, I know.
it's special.
He's got a special turntable over here.
Yeah, it's my grandpa's. My mom bought it for my grandpa.
And the slightest bit of water will just mess it up.
Oh, somebody said she dated Nipsey Russell.
That's right.
That's what we're thinking of.
That's what killed him, I think.
They had threesomes.
She like was.
You ever,
she
you
was
ever
pretty.
thought maybe she's born
she was
with
pretty
it?
rough in bed and
Maybe
killed
she's
Nipsey
Maybelline.
Russell. Maybe she's Maybelline.
Maybelline.
Maybe she's barn with it.
Maybe she's born with it.
Didn't Nipsey Russell sleep with 1,500 women?
What's wrong with us? That's the key question. What's wrong with us? Aren't we supposed to be grown men?
14 days away from Christmas. I know.
I
that.
don't remember my dad acting like this when I was a kid. My dad
He
was
probably did, but not to you.
probably.
I could tell my dad had a silliness to him that, but
my dad had a
he didn't
silliness.
totally expose it, but it was there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little ahead of the curve. Or curb.
Curb.
76 Fantasy Records. Text your mom about it. The Blackbirds. Self-T. No, Unfinished Business is the name of the album.
Fantasy Records? Wasn't
Yeah.
CCR on that?
Correct. They famously got screwed by Fantasy
Oh,
Records.
they did.
Yeah, it was one of the worst record deals in the history of man was CCR's deal with Fantasy Records. And
Wow.
out of all those, like, you know,
That's why he didn't record for years and years.
traveling band and all that era of, like, solid stuff that was all over the fucking radio.
Right.
Yeah, they made, like, no money off of that whatsoever.
That happens a lot.
That's why what's his face says he still tours.
Fogarty's still trying to make his money back? Yeah, probably so. Hey, Jay, this is a dig of the week right
God, I
here.
wish I'd been
want-
here for this.
Yeah, I want Jay to talk about this record that we listened to
I
this
picked
evening.
this up yesterday at my favorite shop.
We're not on camera, right?
Hang on, stand by.
Ready?
there
and
you
3,
go.
2, 1, take
All
it.
right. I picked this up yesterday at my favorite shop. This is the Beach Boys Smiley, I think.
Smiley, smile.
Smiley, yeah. I've got this. I bought it in a 2 LP, one of those collector sets. I think it's like the Capitol Starline set or something like that. There was this and the album that right after this were kind of bundled together in a value package.
The twofer.
And I got that from that guy in Jamestown that wanted like 50 cents for all his records, and they're like really, really nice. And I say I gave him $20, you know, it's like 6 months ago.
I don't have this. I would really like to have this record.
Yeah, I found this today. and
Brother
we listened-
Records.
or
Look at
listened-
that label,
We listened
man.
to this tonight, and I forgot
Y'all
how
see that label?
really freaking good it is.
And weird. And I think it's weirder than Pet
Hold
Sounds.
on. Where's the monitor?
But yeah, it was in for $4. That even better.
Look at that. That's cool. Now this is the one.
It's not
From what I remember,
if you know the story, Steve.
well, I hardly
Please.
remember it, but after the success of Pet Sounds, they were working to work on another just epic album,
Yeah.
and it was taking forever, and the record company wanted to put it out, and Brian Wilson, of course, didn't want to put it out,
Yeah.
and he refused to put it out, and they went ahead and put out, I believe, this.
He seemed to be more protective of this session, probably more than anything he's ever done, for some reason.
For a good reason. It's an amazing, I think it's,
Absolutely.
personally, I think what was recorded here is better than Pet Sounds, I think. And I
I
think a lot of
think
people
so,
will
too.
disagree with me, but
No, I think so. Too.
it's pretty, there's some amazing stuff.
Those
on
are my
there.
favorite Beach Boy songs.
But
Pet Sounds is
This
my
is
favorite
not how,
record
this
that
is
I'll-
not how he wanted it.
Right.
I think the Smile album that came out later is what
Yeah.
you and I have heard on CD.
CD, which the record exists, and I saw it, and it was
Yeah,
like,
but you're
that's
going to spend
$30.
$35 for
I
it.
didn't want it, and now you can't find it.
And even
Well.
better, this is like a first pressing, I believe, too, which was
That's pretty cool.
even
But I do have to.
better.
This is the biggest and best collection of Beach Boy songs on one record of mine.
Well, Endless
particularly.
Summer is killer as a compilation, but that's not a compilation.
No.
What'd you say? Was?
More about that lately.
Endless Summer.
Oh yeah.
More about that lately. And then me and Jay decided to get damn raw with it. This is right when you showed up, Steve. Play a little Fu Manchu, California Crossing demo, something I picked up, and it's on the. This does have Brant Bjork on it, Jay, from Caius. This is the red pressing of this, and from what I can tell, this is
Good shit.
it's good shit nonetheless, but it's. The red is way more rare and uncommon compared to the blue, I think it is.
I did 200.
There's only 200 red ones in existence. Yeah.
Two to three, maybe.
200 or 300 of these in existence,
1,000.
from what I can tell.
200,000.
Oh, okay, Steve says 100,000.
No. But
There's only 2 or 3 in existence.
regardless, killer record. And if you're not down with the food, then
Then F you.
I don't even know if I want to know you.
F you.
I even based one of our Grown Man Record Night graphics off of the food right here. Let me give a little look at that there.
They're the real food fighters.
Oh yeah, that's the real deal. Look at that butthole. That's some 70s butthole right there. I want this guy's mustache to touch that lady's butthole, or I'm not going to be a happy man. And you guys want me to be the happy man, right?
I brought some butthole.
Sweet. Played the record Isotope Illusion. This was
Oh,
one of the-
that's a good album
this,
right there.
this was VCLT from last week from Curtis.
That was really good.
This is 75 on Motown. What a killer fusion record. It's
Yeah.
one I've not heard ever at all.
Really good.
I like that. It's got the Chrysler logo on it.
And, yeah, speaking of Curtis, grab that other record down there.
What? Oh, the one.
Yeah, my man Elliot Ross from I think he's from the label that we did this Moon Griffin last week on Dig of the Week that Curtis sent. It's a brand new record, and my man Elliot, I think he's part of the label up here from what I can tell. Sent us a message, a very complimentary message,
Commemoration.
thanking us for reviewing the record, and he quoted me as saying it's like a desert jazz album, and it was a killer fucking record, is what I said. And he got back at me and shared the Grown Man Record Night video. We really appreciate that, and he's certainly welcome for us taking a listen to this. And I mean, for Curtis sending it to us, Jesus. And I told him this is some of the more unique and interesting stuff I've heard in a little while, especially outside of a normal type genre like rock or straight up jazz or straight up this or straight up that. This kind of blurs all kinds of lines, and that's a good thing, man. I really don't know, when somebody was like, well, what does it sound like? And I'm like, I really don't know what to say when someone, because I've been talking it up like crazy, but I really didn't know what to say it sounded like. But anyhow, he was appreciative of us taking a listen to it, and I mean, hell, I was more than happy to do that, because what a killer record it is. And so, you know, we talked about it last week, but you guys go check them out, Moon Griffin, and check out that label, man. What's that label? Is that on, Jay? I've got a substance abuse problem. We have to pull up the actual record on the green vinyl, which is so pretty.
Yeah?
Cartilage 06 Records.
Cartilage 06?
Yeah, you want to show them that?
No.
What was that?
The download code.
Oh,
Let me get it first.
Yeah, I'll turn that around.
And you guys go buy it because you need to give them money because they're nice guys. Steve, tell me about this. Is this a dig of the week?
what?
I've not seen you have this before. Is this a dig of the week that you
You know, no, it's not.
It's not dig of the week.
I was just digging around in my collection, and
Yeah, when did you get this?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a Muddy Waters called Rock Me. I'm sure it's a compilation of some older stuff. It sounds like it's really clean, so it's, to me, it feels like it's a reissue. And
Yeah.
but they're old songs, and
Doesn't sound muddy.
it doesn't sound muddy at all. It sounds pretty good, actually.
Something that's been real high on my list for a long time.
I was a little worried about the fidelity, but I think once we played it, I think it sounded fine.
Sound great.
It's on Clio Records, and I don't know what year it came out,
Okay.
but it's Muddy Waters compilation.
You know, a couple of, probably about a year ago, at one of the spots in Lexington,
Yeah.
dude had a record I
Barbe-
passed on because it was
one of the barbecue joints around this area,
Yeah.
Lexington.
it was a record that was $16 and I'm used, and I'm like, oh, I had first time I'd been there, so I got a stack of all this other stuff I saw he had. But now I really wish I'd have picked it up. It's one of those regrets. It was Electric Mud.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never seen it out in the wild or even at a local shop. And maybe you can get it for about that price if you just bought it online. I've never really looked, to be honest.
then I was still feeling pretty bluesy, and I wanted to give a shout out
Oh yeah,
to Steve Marriott, because I've
is this a dig of the week?
No,
No? You've had this?
I've had this.
Okay.
I've got a newfound love for Steve Marriott. He's the guy behind Small Faces, which was a huge band in England at the
Yeah.
time in like mid '60s.
Yeah.
A huge influence on Robert Plant, because Robert Plant was actually like a groupie of the band. He was a huge fan of Small Faces. Well, Small Faces went on to become Humble Pie.
What's Humble?
What's humble about it? Nothing at all.
It's pie.
This is a later album. Frampton's already gone, and it's got a different lineup. But it also has some singers in it that were the backup singers for Ike and Tina Turner, and they were
Wow.
also the backup singers for Ray Charles. They're Ray
Whoa.
Letts and the Ikeettes, they call themselves. But I think during this they were called the Blackberries. But that's Thunderbox, and I don't have the insert. The inner sleeve has a woman on the toilet. And when you look at the album, it's a keyhole, and the reason is in England the slang for the toilet is the thunderbox. So you're looking through the keyhole at this.
If you heard me after I ate hot wings,
at this lady on
I'd say
the
that too.
lady on the toilet. A short trip to the
Hospital. We were talking earlier. I used to ask this guy in high school, I was like, how would you like to take a long walk off a short pier? And he would always respond with, how would you like a short trip to the hospital? And I knew he would say that, and that's why I always said it.
But I've had Humble Pie albums. I have 2 or 3, but I've always appreciated them, but I never really gave them the due that they deserve.
Yeah.
You know? But actually, Humble Pie, or it wasn't Humble Pie. Yes, it was, or it might have been Small Faces. Came out with a version of Whole Lot of Love, but it's had a different title. And the funny thing is, they asked Steve Marriott, what do you think of Led Zeppelin, doing this with Whole Lot of Love? And he's like, oh, I applaud it. I think it's a great idea. But, really, both of them I went to Willie Dixon. It's like, for some reason, everybody looked at Steve Marriott like he was the guy. But, yeah, Steve Marriott brought it up into rock. But Led Zeppelin, of course, took it somewhere else. And ended up having to pay Willie Dixon. I doubt Steve Marriott.
Who did?
Steve Marriott died in a fire?
He died in a fire? Sounds like a funny story. Tell it.
No, it's not. He was smoking a cigarette and fell asleep and it burned his house down.
That is a funny story.
It hadn't
That
been
is a
that long.
funny
He
story.
died in like 04 or something like that. It hadn't been too
He was
long.
it was a Reynolds product? Like a Lucky Strike, maybe?
I don't know. Probably something British, Parliaments or something like that.
Okay.
All right. And I finished up with what?
We have the best cigarettes.
USA?
USA.
You don't think Turkey?
Those are good. But we have their blend tobacco. The Camel is actually a Turkish blend tobacco.
It's true.
And I'll tell you, certain days when you step outside, you can smell the Turkish tobacco before it's being processed coming into the warehouse. And nothing smells better than that crisp morning air with that Turkish blend tobacco leaf in the air.
Leave.
Leave.
smell this at?
What's to
Station.
save them?
Oh, station.
Winston-Salem.
It's near the factory.
You
It's
can
not too-
smell the RJR coming down the pipe a lot of times. I'll smell it from time to time. It's a good tobacco smell.
You get your face in there and smell it.
Well, I mean, when I need to, I'll get in there and do what I need to do, Steve. I had one more record we played
One more.
before we went to the program show we did.
We did that.
I decided to play a little Killer Mike. Well, here's some fucking new star gangster rap. This is 2003
Okay.
on Sony.
And everybody, while we were listening to that, we were watching a little
BMX Bandits.
BMX Bandits. Kind of fit. In part, it kind of fit, but then it kind of fell apart.
I
But
think we talked about Killer Mike not too long ago because he had recently got up with Bernie Sanders.
the baseball player.
What?
Oh, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking of the Yankees guy that played bass, the jazz. Bernie Williams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders. Okay, Bernie Sanders. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Well, they had got together.
See, that would work more than Bernie Sanders
They had
and
got
Killer
together
Mike.
and ate some barbecue.
What?
Yeah, and it was a thing. We talked about it here on the show.
What kind of barbecue? I'm more interested in that.
He's a Killer Mike's a Georgia guy, I believe.
Okay, a lot of Georgia barbecue is actually stolen from North Carolina style. It really is.
But except now South Carolina, they throw that mustard on there.
Yeah, they don't do that in Georgia.
None of that in Georgia?
It's North Carolina.
Alabama's got that white sauce.
In fact, there's a few restaurants in Georgia that sell North Carolina barbecue.
Really?
Yeah, and they sell it as such.
But, hang on. What is going on
Is
here?
that loud? We still broadcasting?
Hang on, I'm trying to do something here.
All right, now we'll stay with you.
Tell him to give us some feedback from the DJ.
I got nothing on the
show too.
horizon.
Tell me a story, Steve.
We're doing our Christmas pageant on Sunday.
Well, Pat, what, you going to do some singing?
Nothing like a Unitarian Christmas pageant.
What are you going to be?
I'm
gonna
just
do some
singing.
singing?
I'm just in the chorus.
Oh,
I'm the
the
single bass in the whole chorus.
What's that mean?
There's like 8 altos and 6 sopranos and 4 tenors and 1 bass, and it's me.
Mainstream songs.
Yeah, we're doing some carols.
Carol who? What you going to talk about?
Carol King.
Carol.
Yeah.
It's a tapestry.
Oh, what a great album. Oh, wait. Hang on here.
It's not something we're ever going to play on. It's not something we're ever going to play on Grown Man Record Night. But
Played it
no,
What?
we're not going to play Tapestry.
twice.
Yeah, I've played it.
You played it on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
What a great album, man.
That's a great album, but I wouldn't listen to it on a Friday night. I'd listen to it on a Sunday afternoon.
You play folk records from time to time.
Here and there.
Well, sure.
All right, here's a little Bernie Sanders.
Hey, I'll be working with.
Now we're at. That's Bernie Sanders and Killer Mike. He's officially
Is he making a
endorsing them.
gang symbol, Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, that's
Is that real?
it's a version of a real photo.
It's
No, he really
a version.
He really did that.
Now, is that the?
It's a symbol for I can't remember.
Is that the shocker? Is he making the shocker?
No.
It's close to it.
No.
It's just 2 fingers.
Really do that?
Yeah.
He's just doing the pounder.
So that's who we just
Is that the
talked about.
pounder or the
Bernie
shocker?
Sanders, man. Killer Mike.
Bernie Sanders knows the pounder. I don't think it's called the pounder, by the way.
The pounder? I think that's like a big Arby's sandwich. Isn't that what that's called?
We have the meats.
That's the Big Montana, not the pounder. But I'm sorry. What were we saying?
I was just gonna say, I think I'll be working with Richard Petty here shortly.
Really?
Yeah, somebody's trying to work it out. Where one of my clients he did some marble granite work for him in his home and wants to do.
You want to borrow my hat? You should wear my cowboy hat that day.
I should.
Seriously.
I should.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Ask about Jill Williams.
I've already seen his eyeballs, by the way.
We've already.
He doesn't show his eyeballs
got
very often,
stories,
but he had to
man.
take his glasses off to read a script one time, and I saw his eyeballs.
Creepy looking.
Got it for you.
It burned a memory into my soul. That's for sure.
No.
That is what we played, though.
That is what we played. Let's talk about some. Not only tonight, folks, we have a very special edition of Dig of the Week tonight.
Special.
In that it's not just a Dig of the Week, but it's part of a new segment we have here on Grown Man Record Night. Because tonight, Every record that Steve
It just so happens.
or myself is presenting, nothing is more than $2.
It was all true digs.
It's $2 and under.
You know, it's not digging if you go into a record store and he's hand selected stuff that you're going to buy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that's
no,
there
you
for
do that sometimes. But for these situations where we all have all these straight up digs that are under $2 or less,
Yeah.
we call that from now on the Grown Man Record Night Bargain Bucket.
Bargain bucket.
Boy, do we have some stuff to talk about tonight.
Okay.
I only took part of my stuff from the Bargain Bucket, and we're going to talk about the rest of those in a continuing segment for the Bargain Bucket next week.
Okay.
We're going to continue this next week.
Wow.
So I'm going
I
to have
hope to
some
be
more
here.
stuff.
There's a game next Friday night.
I got a game every night.
I got tickets for.
I do spread leg dunks
But it's like
all
I
week
think they're
long.
playing either Coastal Carolina or UNCG.
Yeah.
That's a give your tickets away game.
That's one of those give your tickets away games.
So yeah, we're going to start this off with a Bargain Bucket.
Bargain bucket.
So how many records you want to talk about?
I've got 9.
9 records.
What do you got?
9.
You got about the same, don't you?
I split mine up into
Oh,
yeah.
you split them up.
But I still that's about right. That's about right. Okay. Well, I'll start this dig of the week with a special present from Jay. Jay handed me this for a Christmas present earlier. It's a record I didn't have. I don't have any of this artist, and I'm really stoked to have picked this up. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil.
Shout!
What? And this was like a El Cheapo. Jay got this for a good deal. Look at this now. Fold this open now, Jay. This got a great gatefold. Oh, how many
Women in their prime.
How many of those dudes do I want to fuck right now? That's what you want to hedge your bets on right now. Is how many of those gentlemen
What?
want to get what? Hedge your bets. Hedge your bets, internet.
It's like a
Hedge your
80s
bet.
baseball commentator say.
Hedge your bets, internet. Steve, do one.
I'll do one. I've been looking for this for a long time, and I came across it in a little digging place. This is Keith Jarrett's The Köln Concert, which is the Keith Jarrett album to have if you can find it and get it. It's a
good one.
It's a decent. It's about the most beat up jazz album I've had, but it's for ECM. Usually ECMs are like in pristine condition.
For some reason,
But this is
don't get Metal Theologians started on ECM.
recorded in Cologne, Germany, or Köln, as you would say, as a German. It's known as the best-selling piano LP of all time.
You know, if I ever go missing, like people think I'm on the lam, let me tell everybody where I'm at right now. I'm in Reykjavik, Iceland.
Okay, if you say so.
I promise you that's probably where I'm at. All right. Do another one, Steve.
I'll do 2 more.
Okay.
How about a little Jimmy McGriff on Solid State? This is called The Big Band.
Oh, I don't have this one now.
No, it's weird. It's a tribute to
Oh.
Count Basie. It's
Throwing
on.
up.
It's on.
I'm throwing up.
I said Solid State. I thought it was on the. It's not on the verb. It's on. Yeah, it's called Solid State,
Solid State.
and it's.
Throw it in my mouth.
I think it's recorded by. It's produced by Sonny Lester and directed by Phil Ramone. Has Kenny Burrell on guitar.
Of the Ramones?
Of the Ramones, of the guy who shot that girl. Way to go, Phil.
Cool.
Yeah. And one more I'll do.
Okay.
I know less about this one, but it's Johnny Hodges and Wild Bill Davis, and I just love the cover.
I've got Wild
And
Bill
it's-
Davis.
And it's on the Verve. It's called Wings and Things, and they're eating, looks like chicken wings and French
Wow.
fries.
When did that come out? On the Verve?
On the Verve.
Whoa. Dude, I've never seen this at all. I've got a Wild Bill Davis.
I haven't
This
listened
got
to
to be
this
from the
one
40s.
Okay.
Early.
Then it's probably, I don't know. It might
Matter of
be
fact, I put it on.
early
People were
Verve
talking
record.
shit about it one night because it was so
Old.
almost big band. Yeah, it's so old.
Okay.
It's before bop. It's pre-bop jazz. Let's put it that way. But that
Yeah.
looks much later. So I wondered what he got into at that point.
Acid.
Acid, drugs, heroin. I don't know.
Let me see what I know about this. 1965.
Okay.
1965. Mid-60s.
Man, I'm interested in hearing that. For
Um,
sure.
I might let you listen to it.
Okay.
What you got?
Record album. I picked up this. This is an upgrade copy for me. Bill Doggett and the Honky Tonk Organ. And this is actually a demo record, and it's in terrific shape. This is all these I got came for $1. Look at that right there. I mean,
Yeah, all your dollar records just kill me. How
they're
beautiful shape
oh
they're
my
in.
god. And so somebody is going to get my other copy of this, whether one of you two guys or whoever wants it the most or needs it or whatever. It's some cool honky tonk stuff. Jay, I'll offer to you first.
That's Liberace.
If you enjoy on it, you can take a listen or whatever, Jay. But all right, let me do another one.
Do one more.
I'll do one more. Check this out.
I'll take that one instead.
You won't get this one, Jay. Buddy Holly, the Cricket's 20 Golden Greats. Let me tell you something about this one now. This is another dollar record.
You
and
paid $50 for it.
Fantastic shape.
It's a compilation.
It's a compilation, but
But is it OG, like when he died?
this is
No,
77.
he's long dead.
came out in '78 on EMI. Album became an instant success in the UK, becoming certified platinum 2 months after the album's released. Wow. It's also Buddy Holly's first #1 album on the chart. Album was somewhat less successful in the United States, peaking at 55 on the Billboard. Ended up crossing over to the country album charts, which is interesting, and was certified a gold by the Recording Industry Association of America in '83. In 2012, it was ranked number 92 on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. So that's
What are we talking about?
That Buddy Holly compilation.
Oh, it's like an Eagles greatest hits.
It's a
I know how
top-
much Eagles fans we have out there.
Top 100 of records of all time. And I don't have any Buddy
Okay.
Holly. I'm a big Buddy Holly fan.
Buddy-
Now,
91.
Oh, my God.
The Silver Bullet Band.
Jay, and we can't hear you anyhow. We can't hear you anyhow,
Night
Jay.
Moves by Bob Seger is number 91.
Let's not talk about Bob Seger right now.
No.
Let's not ruin a good show.
So, I had some Robin Trower.
I like Robin Trower. I didn't
What do you
know
know
I did.
about Robin Trower? He was a guitarist for
Uriah Heep,
Procol Harum.
Procol Harum, the other one. Yeah.
And I didn't have this. I thought I did, but I didn't have it. And I picked it up cheap. This is Bridge of Sighs, which has one of the best twofers of all time, which is Day of the Eagle and Bridge of Sighs. Great album cover, which is that famous
Like the
artist.
Donald Trump
We talked
eagle.
about the artist who did the album cover a long time ago, and I forgot who it was.
Phil Hartman.
Funky Paul.
Funky Paul.
Funky Paul.
Interesting name.
He did a lot of cool, like, what kind of art is that when you're dealing with shapes and stuff? Fractal art.
Fractal. art.
Yeah, I think he did a lot of fractal art. Another one in that genre of kind of spacey music, Billy Thorpe. Share that picture.
Whoa.
Okay, Billy Thorpe. Not quite a one-hit wonder, maybe a two-hit wonder, but this song, I heard this song one night when I was kind of in a different place, and it kind of blew my mind.
Whoa.
It's Children of the Sun, which is kind of a space opera. This album's kind of a this album's a space opera. This is Billy Thorpe, Children of the Sun, which is I don't know for me if it's a
I don't
guilty
know this.
pleasure or just a killer song.
David Lee Roth.
It's out there. It's like
97.
yeah, it's definitely.
Kiss FM. We gonna do another shot of something? Or that's all yours?
Oh, another thing about Billy Thorpe, which I found out, that's on Capricorn Records 79. He also worked as a producer and composed music for War of the Worlds on TV, Star Trek Next Generation, Columbo, Eight is Enough, and a show called Hard Time on Planet Earth. Oh, I can't drink that.
Yeah, you can. Too late.
He's from Australia and was
give me that
posthumously
shot.
appointed a member of the Order of
Pineapple juice out of
Australia.
it? He's what now?
He was posthumously appointed some kind of member of the Order of Australia.
The Order of Immaculate Chastity.
Billy Thorpe.
And I once read the
He
Bible
loved-
that was printed on the head of a pen.
He was very friendly.
was hard.
Friendly to kangaroos. What? That's gonna help?
Oh, you kidding? I'm just spreading this.
There you go. I knew you were going to do that.
Okay, that's for you, Steve. And this is for me, Mike. That's my name, everybody. Mike. What? You know where they say 8 is enough, but I've not gotten there yet.
Let me do one more.
Do it, Steve. I'll be busy throwing up over here.
I came across this record and it kind of intrigued me. It's kind of got a busted cover. It's definitely a promo copy of something. Tis Van Leer, Nice to Have Met You. After further research, I've come to find out that he's the organist and flautist and vocalist for Focus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the band
Okay.
Focus.
What's his name?
And it's a pretty cool, like This Van Leer or Tis Van.
Okay,
It's like a
so-
Norwegian
okay,
name
no,
or something.
I want a little backstory on this here. I mean, we're kind of zipping
It's
through these.
1978. It's a promo copy.
But you're going through a stack of like digging records, right?
Yeah,
And you pulled this one out.
I did.
What stops you about this? You knew this guy's name before?
No,
What
the album, the cover.
the cover made you set it
It's
aside.
very surreal with the hands and the heads. And then so I popped it up on YouTube and, you know.
So the
I was
cover
like, oh.
caught your attention enough for you to put it aside and then look it up. And
Yes.
Found out. That
I would buy any. I would buy
I
any
think
Columbia
so.
promo though. For
Well, it might have been the picture on. It might have been the picture on the back.
It's good
It's a
stuff.
white dude hanging out with a bunch of black dudes, and I'm thinking they're probably laying something down that's pretty good, you know.
That's interesting.
French,
I
he's
mean,
not
I found a
white.
lot of good stuff doing exactly what you're talking about. A cover catches my eye. I put it aside and then I look it up. I'm like, whoa, what is this?
any Columbia promo, I'll buy for $1 or less.
You think?
Yeah, I have.
Even when you have a big stack that you're whittling through,
If it's $1 or less, I'll usually buy a Columbia promo if
saying.
I haven't heard of it.
it gets
And
tough.
Once halfway
And
deep.
Steve Kahn plays guitar on this, by the way, which I do have some Steve Kahn, so I was familiar with his body of work.
Very cool.
Ew. I got like 3 more.
All right. Well, we talked about the Beach Boys earlier. The Smiley sessions or whatever that Jay had picked up, and I picked this one up for $1, and it's in
$1.
tremendous shape. Beach Boys Endless Summer, which is one of the best Beach Boys compilations ever. This is on EMI. When did this come out?
1942.
Man, I can't read
Mid
this.
70s, probably like 78,
I can't read
79.
the dates down there, but I can't read it.
Let me see.
It's a nice gatefold. Look in the very bottom down there.
I can't read that.
It's not down there?
Well, it's amongst a bunch of all the fucking dots and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of dots down there.
Hey, that's racist.
Oh,
1974.
74.
It's a lot.
Great
It's a
compilation.
lot easier to read right on the record.
Right on the record. It's right on there.
Capitol Records.
So, no, but I've got this one, so now you can have it.
Oh. All right. Sweet. I don't have this. I've got some Beach Boys, but this is one I didn't have that I always wanted.
It's a great one.
Very good.
Oh, thank you very much. I will cry. I will cry a tear in joy.
I wasn't going to leave that behind for $1.
And Jay,
When I gave you a record, Steve.
well, I'm going to wait till next week to show that, but I appreciate it.
Oh, what Jay gave you a record.
I got a
You
record
gonna
from
bring it
Jay.
out next week.
I'm going to bring it out next week.
We did a little private session earlier.
That's a teaser.
We did some behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, there was some behind the scenes stuff. There was some butt effing and some
So
gentlemen.
there was no
stuff going
butt effing.
on. I'm just saying.
So here's another one that I took a chance on. It's in its original shrink wrap, which I thought was pretty cool, and they're called the KGs,
I don't know these guys.
and it says "Keep on Running" and "Master Plan." I don't know what that means. It's on Gang Records. The thing about the KGs that I've learned since, what did I know about them? I knew nothing about them. These cats here, from 1974, they were proteges of Kool and the Gang.
Oh,
Kool and the Gang brought these guys out and kind of put them on the map.
that early? 74, you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a song on this album called "Who's the Man with the Master Plan." Yep.
Show enough.
It's been sampled by Dr. Dre on his album The Chronic.
Oh, I know The Chronic.
Yeah, it's a good kind of funky, you know, a lot of guys in a band kind of album. You know, there's a lot going on there. So
probably a big horn section. Is that right?
Probably.
I said it's a big horn section.
No.
Probably not. No, because of Chicago.
Another one I was real happy to pick up is the Isley Brothers.
I'm gonna throw up in this container.
It's our thing.
Isley Brothers.
The Isley Brothers, it's our thing. And
You sure they're not
this
saying the
album,
Ivory Brothers?
this album was their breaking out. They were finally done with their contract with Motown, and this is called T-Neck Records, which is their label.
I don't know this one.
Turkey neck.
Well, it's your thing. Do what
okay.
you want to do. Isley Brothers, it's our thing, and it was their kind of statement to the world that this was their thing. Whatever. It's a great album, and it has that Isley Brothers sound on it. So
Yeah.
it's just really, really killer. I
Hell
got
yeah.
one more to do.
Okay. Hey, pulled this one out. Favorite label, The Verve. It's the second one in this Stan Getz. How you say this guy's name?
I don't know. It's Brazilian. I don't know how to speak that.
João Gilberto. João Gilberto.
Gilberto.
This is the second one in this consideration.
The first one that was Jah Samba, I think. Maybe. Jah Samba.
I just passed on it for $8. So I got number 2 for $1. This is also $1. Recorded live at Carnegie Hall. The first one I passed on because it's got a lot of vocals. It looks like they break this up into sides. There's a Stan Getz side and a João Gilberto side.
I think that album, the other album was that way too.
And it's this is on that Yellow Verve label, not the black and silver, but the yellow and black. But I was still stoked to pick this up. God, especially for a damn $1.
Yeah, the album I have is called Getz Gilberto featuring Antonio Carlos Jobim. And
Yeah. You have that one?
I have that one.
I passed on that one for $8.
Wow.
This is apparently
You
the
got
second
one. You got one for $1.
This one's called Number 2. Shit.
That's a live album, by the way. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, it was recorded in '65, released in '66, I believe. It became the 65 Grammy Awards for Best Album of the Year and Best Jazz Instrumental Album, Individual or Group, amongst others.
Yeah.
Album of the year?
Won the 65 Grammy Award for Best Album of the Year and Best Jazz Instrumental Album, Individual or Group, amongst others.
Amongst others.
So it's
Album of the year.
a fairly big time album.
You doing just one more?
I was stoked. I got 2 more, but I got to do. Go ahead, because I got a quick one and then a banger.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This album, I almost didn't pick it up, and I went back and got it. And I was like, well, I knew that one song, but I learned more. Since I learned more about it, I was like, I'm really glad I picked this up. This is Thunderclap Newman.
Oh.
It's this one-hit wonder band. Everybody knows the name Thunderclap Newman because there's a song called Something in the Air.
That's right.
It's a revolution, something in the air. You know, whatever. It's one of those great. It's always on a psychedelic compilation.
Yep.
Well, the thing about Thunderclap Newman is this. There's a guy named Sandy Keene. He was the chauffeur for The Who. He wrote Armenia in the Sky, which is that really cool trippy song that's on. What album is that on? No, it's on The Who Sellout.
The Who Sellout.
Which you have that. It's
No, I don't have that.
You don't have the Sellout?
No,
It's
I
got
wish
the beans and the whatever.
No, I
You
wish
don't
I
have.
did.
I thought you had that.
I thought you had that.
No.
You better check it.
I want it.
I think you got
I don't
that.
have it.
Well,
No, I
Pete
don't.
Townsend wanted to display the talents of this guy, so he put this band together. He got this guy named
Mark Mosley.
Thunderclap. The pianist is a Dixieland jazz pianist named Thunderclap Newman,
Yeah.
and he got a guitarist named Jimmy McCullough. He was going to bring them out separate albums, but it all worked out where he didn't have time to do it because the producer wanted him to be working on Tommy. So they kind of did it all together. They came over to Pete Townsend's place and recorded something in the air. That was the first time those guys ever really met. So it was kind of a one-hit wonder band, kind of like, you know, just putting together a band to make a hit or whatever. But
like the Outfield.
it was very cool, and it's a good album. There's a lot. It's cool because all the kind of breakouts are kind of Dixieland, and we're kind of weird that way. But
Interesting.
I was glad I actually picked it up and took it home.
Hell yeah, man! That's the kind of shit you really want to bring home from the spot like that. You know, what I mean? Like where you're taking a chance, and then when you get it, you're like, what? My last two, even though they're bargain buckets, are not in that category because I knew what I was getting into. Okay, before that, I also picked up Howard the Duck on VHS. And before I get into, I mean, yeah, we were trying to watch this earlier, but we got caught up with BMX.
One of the biggest flops of all time.
It is not. It's the biggest.
It is. George Lucas is a flop.
It's the biggest yes of all time. Hey, folks, I found, digging in this same spot where I got all these records.
Bars.
15 records total, I think. A lot of which we'll do next week. I found my 4th copy of my family's record, which we talked about last week, in the shrink.
You talked about it last week?
Because I found that one I've been missing.
Okay.
I found it.
Singing the gospel.
20 years later.
20 years later. No,
It's a shame you're not on that record.
I'm not, but my aunts and my uncles are all on there, and that's my
Carter's on it too.
That's my 4th copy now. I've got a sealed copy.
Grace Jones.
And now 3 other copies, 3 play copies.
That one's in the original shrink wrap. It looks like it's in great shape.
It's the only one that I have in original shrink.
I think somebody tried to sell the black market and re-shrink it.
Maybe.
Re-shrink it.
Maybe we'll play that later, and we'll get our little gospel on.
Sold on Alibaba.com.
So not only
Maybe
did I
not.
find that, which is, emotionally as big of a find as I'll ever get, is finding my own family's record. And no matter how many times I do it, every time I do it, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I love to go in and
You
tell.
have 4 of them.
I have 4 of them now. I love going and telling my mom I actually found one. And when I tell her that, her face lights up that you actually found that like in a place? Like in a store, in a something?
That's
Like-
your mom's family?
Yeah. It's the first time I used to go to band practice when I was 5 years old and run around the church. And from 5 years old, I've been going to band practice.
Wouldn't that be really cool if that record took off and your mom got residuals for the rest of her life?
Oh yeah, it would be great. But in that same little stack of stuff, I found some good stuff, some 80s records, some hard rock records, some jazz records, a lot of stuff from all this different genres, and then I kind of slipped across this in the middle of all that.
Yes. All right. Let's get started.
What is it?
We're talking about
What is it?
Beatles,
Is this Rick Springfield?
Abbey Road, and Jay, pull that record out if you would, please. I've not researched this as to which pressing this is.
manhole one, man.
It is on the Apple.
Perfect.
But look at the vinyl is, dude. You look at that.
Yeah, clean you need to clean it.
Yeah, I do have another copy of this, but this for $1 is my upgrade copy.
Damn.
And I bought a $6 VG minus version. That sounds pretty decent. This one looks way better.
So what happened when you checked out with that?
It's funny. I was checking out at the store. This is a Salvation Army family store. The guy's going. He's a younger cat going through all these records. He zip, zip, zip as he's checking them out, and he gets to that Beatles record, and he goes. I just kind of stood there, and he looked over at this other little dorky kid that worked there. He was like, "Hey, Billy." Billy turns around and he goes, "Look what he found in the record section." And Billy's just standing there like this. And he's like, "Yeah, it's a Beatles record." "Thanks, Billy." And I from behind the counter go, "Thanks, Billy." Cause shit,
Nice.
fire and save
'Cause
matches.
I can't tell you how many people I know who know someone who works in a store like that just so they can cherry pick.
This was a young guy that tended to know, sort of, to an extent, his way around a record player, and I just snuck a damn pristine copy of Abbey Road right under his damn nose. Of course, it does have some bitch's signature up at the top. And
Whatever.
Nice and fun
Whatever.
you could find for something
Whatever.
It's as clean a record as you'll ever see. I mean, maybe it plays like shit. I've not tried
You
it.
haven't tried to play.
But if you look at it, oh my God. It looks like a piece of Pyrex plate that your mama put a casserole on at Thanks My Christmas.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. That's what we got for Dig of the Week, folks. And that's the first time we've ever introduced the Grown Man
Bucket.
Record Night
The bucket.
bargain bucket.
The bargain bucket.
Those are all $2 and under.
You find a $1 bargain bucket, motherfuck it. That's what,
Oh, my
that's,
God.
That's what you got to say about that.
The more wheels they got, the better I like 'em. I'm the brother of a truck driving mother. Boogity boogity boogity. Yeah, so that's our first bargain bucket episode and a dig of the week here on Grown Man Record Night. So we'll take a quick commercial break and we're going to be back with a soda speak and chip chat. We're going to do it real fast.
Can I pee?
Your time is valuable. Steve,
We don't want to waste your time, so stick around.
we're not going to waste your time.
Don't go nowhere. Stick right around. We'll be right back with more
Stay
chips
tuned.
and soda and stuff like that.
We'll be back here directly here on Grown Man Record
Something
Night.
good. You're going to appreciate it. You're going to like it a
Something
lot.
good. You're going to love it.
You're going to love it.
I bet that pizza tastes good.
You've never seen a place like Showbiz Pizza Place. We'll serve you a pizza second to none. So come for the pizza, stay for the fun.
Showbiz Pizza Place with over 60 electronic games. Pizza baked fresh every day. And the stage show extravaganza on 3 stages.
So come for the pizza, stay for the fun.
I don't want to grow up on a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. You really flip your lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz! I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy, I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Announcing the Zayre non-stop Christmas wrap-up sale. Before it's over, more people will have saved more money than in any sale in our history. From noon Sunday right through to Christmas Eve, you can walk into Zayre anytime, day or night, and walk out with savings of 10 to 50%. We've had sales before, stayed open all night before, but nothing like this. Don't miss the Zayre Christmas wrap-up sale. 10 to 50% off, non-stop till Christmas Eve.
Zayre has got it all.
We're back.
Oh, man, we're back. Just in time.
Steve is
I had the longest
just done
pee.
pissing right now.
I was peeing the whole time.
That's what happens.
I think it's probably dribbling right now.
You're still dribbling?
I'm
Ooh.
51.
Well,
I dribble.
you know,
I'm only 38.
I got this bit I've been working on for a long time. that,
Okay.
My dad, we had the talk when I was a young man, and my dad told me about, son, when you get to a certain age, you'll grow hair in certain places, and you'll start to like women. And
Your dad had that talk?
Yeah, but never in all of that did he have the talk that, and then also much later, you'll hit another age where when you take a shit, the first thing you do when you stand up is also have to take a dribble piss into the toilet. Never was that part of the conversation.
Hey, did your dad ever say, hey, by the way, when you wipe, you should go balls back. Don't go up to your balls.
I do it both and just get raw about it.
Okay.
Until when I see blood, I know it's time to stop.
Okay.
That's stop.
I'm just curious, because that's not a conversation that people have. They need to have that conversation. Take it from your balls and go back.
When it comes to colon cancer, folks, I'm not one to really.
Because you don't want smelly balls.
I'm not one to shit around with colon cancer. It's a shitty situation.
How did we get on this
it's
topic?
Bloody hell, man. Let's talk about it, so to speak. We have something in there. We're chilling.
Yeah, it's right
We're
there.
chilling
It's
stuff.
right there.
Yeah, we got something going.
We've done some of these products before.
This is from Boylan.
Boylan.
You can actually get this.
Their cream sodas. I think you can get it at Arby's.
Yeah,
not maybe this one.
Not this one.
Not this one.
But Boylan, their cream soda, their root beer, their cola.
Arby's is selling those now.
This is
It's a
like
specialty soda.
What this is a Shirley Temple. Now,
Cane
what's a Shirley
sugar.
Temple mean when you get a
It's
Shirley
a
Temple?
non-alcoholic drink that kids used to love to get at
Yeah, but what's it mean? What's it
restaurants
got
with
in
their
it?
parents, because their parents are drinking
Grenadine
Manhattan
and sugar? Is that what it
It's
is?
something.
Alcoholism? Is that what you're saying?
What does it say it is?
Carbonated water, cane sugar, natural flavors, citric acid.
It's probably grenadine and
I would think grenadine
and
and-
soda and
Yeah.
some sugar.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Let's give it a shot.
I'll look it up.
What Rita's Pilgrim drinks?
A Shirley Temple.
Oh, that has a herbal essence to me. You taste that? It's good, but I taste a little something going on there. Some type of
What is that?
ginger ale?
Kinda, maybe.
I don't know if you've noticed, but not only do they have those Not Your Dad's root beer, the
Vegetable juice.
brominated vegetable oil,
It's okay. You're right. Ginger ale.
ginger ale.
It's a non-alcoholic mix drink, traditionally made with ginger ale, a splash of grenadine,
Okay.
and garnished with a maraschino cherry. So it's got a little cherry taste. It's got ginger ale and grenadine.
It's good.
It is good.
I thought it was herbal, but I think that's the ginger.
It's the ginger ale. I'd like to see our friends at our local
Blinum
make a Shirley Temple.
Oh, wow. A hot Shirley Temple. Call it a JV cheerleader.
Hot Temple.
Call it a JV cheerleader.
A downstairs fire.
Yeah. Call it a red on the head, fire in the hole.
That's a good name.
Isn't it?
Not really. Not really for
red on the head, fire in the hole.
for a soda. No.
No, it wouldn't fit on the bottle. Jay saying.
Call it a shocker.
Or we could call it red rape.
No.
You guys wouldn't buy a soda called red rape? Would you buy anything?
I know you like grape soda. What about rape soda?
Would you buy handles for your bicycle if they were called rape? I just want to throw rape in product descriptions and just see if people buy it.
Handles for your bicycle?
Rape ape.
I've heard of banana seats before. You should sell a banana seat. A Mikey banana seat.
sell at Diamondback bicycles.
Rape ape.
I used to have a banana seat.
Rape ape.
And a fiberglass flagpole that used to hang off my banana seat. And the fucking fiberglass pole, if you ran your hand down the fucking thing, you get the fiberglass on your damn face. Oh, wow.
I used to.
What a great idea that was.
I used to drown homeless men.
But you could not break fiberglass. You used to drown homeless man.
No. What did you say?
Nothing. Let's move on to a chit chat.
Oh.
Did you really drown a homeless man?
No, I mean,
Not that one time, but
they're not real humans.
Cue that up.
real human.
All right, so we got an open bag special. I actually bought these this evening just to eat.
Yeah.
These are fantastic.
They're great.
Everybody loves a good Cheeto. This is the cheddar jalapeno
Nicole
Cheeto.
Kidman.
Cheetah jalapeno.
It's her first movie.
I'm a huge Cheetos crunchy fan. I don't like the puffs. I like the
the
crunchy.
puffs, but the cheddar jalapeno,
Man, these are good.
yeah,
It's where it all comes together.
that's about as good as it gets, folks. And it's about as mainstream as it gets, but it's also about as good as it gets.
Well, those cats at Frito-Lay know what they're doing.
So don't slight the things, sodas, chips, records, what have you.
There's a reason why
Just
these
because
guys
it's
are
mainstream.
There's a reason why these guys are number one.
Hey, that's all I'm saying.
You know I work for them, right?
That's right. Deliveryman. Steve was a deliveryman.
That's where I first learned to play
Why don't you
guitar.
tell us about our other chip? Where does this come from?
What?
Jay wanted to do these.
Oh yeah. Let's do a chip.
I think you
Happens to
brought
be
these.
another Frito-Lay product.
From where did these come from?
From me.
You brought them.
Yeah.
You went to Canada.
I did not.
No?
I went somewhere. A convenience store somewhere. Or it would have been a bigger bag. But it's a Ruffles chip.
Okay.
But it says Ruffles
They have ridges.
all dress. Limited time only. Number one flavor in Canada. I don't know what any of this means. Somebody like
It's like a hodgepodge of stuff.
somebody might be able to help us out there that has some knowledge of Canada and its flavors. There's kind of the maple leaf flag going on here in a reverse image.
Boo!
So let's try this Ruffles. My first guess, just before I even tried it, I thought it's going to taste like a barbecue chip.
Right.
I said maple syrup.
You say maple syrup. Jay says maple syrup.
I say it'll taste like free
It
health care.
looks like there's not a lot on it. I'm wrong. A smoky flavor.
Very strong dip chip. Not as much to be called all dressed. Not a lot of shit going on these chips. They're very light.
There might be some moose tallow on here.
But look, they're not coated with
No, they're
flavor.
not coated, but they are flavorful.
They are.
It is like a barbecue chip, though. You got to agree.
But light. I mean, even the most normal barbecue chip has more shit on it.
Honestly, think about a Lexington-style barbecue. It's a vinegar-based Lexington-style barbecue.
But
there's some sweetness there too.
it's a spice,
Of course, it's a spice.
but not like normal.
No,
I don't know. What
maybe there's some maple syrup in there.
paprika.
Probably on my thing. Barbecue sauce, paprika, and oil or vinegar.
What is it?
I don't know. According to Jay, on the front, there's some barbecue sauce, some vinegar, which makes it very Lexington style,
Yeah.
and the spice, which could be, well, it could be anything. Paprika?
I would guess paprika.
The paprika is what you are.
Oh.
Blow the bell, Steve.
It just says spices. It won't tell you what there's paprika extracts. I don't know. We don't know what quite's in here. There's no write-up on here.
Doesn't blow me away though. And I thought
No.
this would be coated with flavor, called all dressed. I thought the flavor would be like, whoa, like over the top, and it's
They
not.
had tuxedos on when you
It's not.
There's no write-up on here. There's no information. So
I'm not
you just have to
saying
know
these are
what when Canada gets all dressed up, this is what it tastes like.
Yeah. Despair.
Despair. I like it.
No, it's good.
It is
but
good.
I really thought these were going to be just coated with flavor though, because it's called all dressed up. I thought this chip would be just fucking orange. You know what I mean? And it's more potato.
That's all right.
No, I like that, but it's not what I expected.
Well, maybe it's actually dressed up. You just can't see it because it's for real and it's Canadian. If it was American, it'd be all artificial and covered in fucking orange shit.
USA. I don't know.
Like Donald Trump.
Donald.
I'm
No.
voting for Donald Trump. I like this guy. Have you heard about this guy? Trump guy?
I like the cut of his jib.
I can't comment on any of that. You guys are gonna get me in trouble.
I can't. I really can't comment on it either.
Okay, thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. We had some great records tonight. We're gonna have some more great records next week.
Even better.
No, they're not gonna be even better. But it's gonna be. I'll show my best ones tonight, to be honest with you. But they're gonna be more great records for the part of the bargain.
You shot your wad?
The Bargain Bucket series that we're gonna
Bargain
continue.
Bucket series. I got records that aren't Bargain Bucket that I might want to bring.
But we're gonna have some shit next week. I'm gonna have a recipe. We're gonna do some chicken fingers with some coated potato chips on them.
Finger your chicken.
We're gonna do
It'll be the
rape. There's gonna be some rape going on. It's gonna be a good time. So you guys are gonna join us next week for our new show.
We'll give you
Well,
some
we'll talk
great
about it.
holiday shopping tips.
We will.
Last minute shopping.
Christmas, technically.
It'll be
Sort
the
of.
last show before Christmas.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
the next
keep
show
up
will
with us
be
on the
after
YouTube
Christmas.
channel. Also, keep up with us on the Facebook channel. I'm getting ready to be off for 2 weeks. Hey, no telling what I'm going to say on the Facebook page because I'm going to be off. And always remember that we're one big happy family here at Grown Man Record Night. Where all of us, each week, take this opportunity to tell everyone that's watching,
Bump! Set! Salvation!
And thanks for watching Grown Man Record Night. We'll catch you next week. Love you, bros.
We're off.
Love you, bros.
We're already off.